Chapter 1.0, Introduction, and here we have a reproduction of a historical Thunderbird painting on a riverbank in the Midwest. It shows a drawing in multiple colors of yellows and reds and grays about what a Thunderbird might have looked like by Indians. What is a Thunderbird? The Thunderbird is a mythological character that appears in many Native American legends. For the numerous stories of the Thunderbird, it's often assumed that the Thunderbird is a protector, though at times this creature can be forced to punish those of low moral integrity. And here we have another picture of a large bird connected to lightning up in the clouds. There is much curiosity surrounding the existence of the Thunderbird myths. Many would claim that these myths are simply symbolism that is used to explain natural weather phenomena. However, there are those that have higher hopes. A small section of pseudoscientists believes that the Thunderbird could have been a pterodactyl that managed to survive longer than thought possible, or another form of megafauna. Some with this belief are of the opinion that the Thunderbird may be a cryptid instead of a mythological creature, though this is unlikely. We know from legend that the Thunderbird is an enormous creature, and it would be unlikely for them to have survived this long away from the public eye. The Thunderbird according to lore. According to many legends, the Thunderbird is so large that one feather from their wingspan would have to be folded in half to properly fit into a quiver. Additionally, these creatures were so large and mighty that they could easily carry a whale in their talons. Because of this, many scholars find it unlikely that the Thunderbird could exist in a modern day without being seen. In spite of these things, the Thunderbird continues to be a point of fascination for all. The Thunderbird appears to be a creature of extreme intelligence and intrigue. There are many stories that tell of the Thunderbird in Native American legends, which make the creature appear to be one of the key deities in their beliefs. The Thunderbird is mysterious in that it is not merely a protector, but is also seen as an enforcer of morality, one that should never be angered. Many legends reference the anger of Thunderbirds as something fearsome to behold, and that should be avoided at all costs. The Thunderbird is known to have harsh punishments for people who have done wrong, and is even said to have turned an entire village to stone for their wrongdoings. The Thunderbird was known to give life by nurturing the life forms on Earth and giving them the necessary rains to survive. However, these creatures could also destroy the Earth with winds, floods, droughts, and fires caused by lightning. The Thunderbird is thought to be the physical embodiment of the elements, as well as a noble spirit that would protect humans from evil spirits. There are some legends that claim the Thunderbird may have even been a distant ancestor to the human race. Origin of Thunderbirds. The Thunderbird myth is very widespread throughout America and Canada. There are also records of similar creatures in Europe, Asia, and Africa. Depending on whose version of the myth is being told, the Thunderbird can be a single entity or can constitute a whole race or tribe of peoples. Some cultures even believe this mighty creature may have married into human families and have offspring that can be traced back to this today. And here we have an Indian drawing of a Thunderbird, shape-shifting into human form. Many legends suggest that Thunderbirds had the ability to shape-shift into human form. They supposedly did this by removing their feathers, which could be put on and taken off like a blanket, and tipping their beaks up over their heads, similar to the way one might do with a mask. When this was done, a Thunderbird could walk among humans without drawing attention. All that needed to be done for them to transform again was to pull down their beaks and put their feathers on again. Following are various pictures of what might be actual Thunderbirds. And here we have a picture of a drawing on the bluff in a river of what a Thunderbird might have been drawn to. It says a famous Thunderbird carving said to have been carved into a river bluff. Next we have a picture of hunters in front of a bird that looks somewhat like a pterodactyl, and the bird is splayed out in back of them. This is another picture from the modern era, probably the 20th century. And then we have one more picture of a huge bird, which looks like a bird, but it must have a wingspan of like 20 feet in some type of museum. And it says a possible Thunderbird in a museum.